Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades as per usual. Looks like the markets are churning up here, back towards the upside, although it was not a big up day, only 11 basis points on the SPY. Triple Q's up 27 basis points and the Dow Jones up 33 basis points. Overall, another, pretty lackluster day. I think they're kind of waiting on more data to come out. Tomorrow we got some Bank of Canada rates are coming out, and we also have ADP non-farm payrolls, which are expected to decrease by basically about 20,000, 19,000 job decrease is the expectation from 192 from last week, or sorry, last month. And then on Friday, we also have actual non-farm payrolls from the government, not ADP. ADP is like a private sector reporting. And then on Thursday, we also have the monetary policy from the ECB. So we're going to see what the European Central Bank is going to do. They're expected to cut, even though the inflation problem is still there, which is going to show us the trend of the central banks, in my opinion, in the coming months. I think, weak hands are going to subside. We also have the Canadian overnight rate, which is expected to cut by 25 basis points as well. And let me tell you, things in Canada, where I live, still very expensive. Inflation is still here. Again, they are delusional. They are going with their flawed metrics. So they want to cut rates because they actually know that there are problems in the economy from them raising the rate so high. But this is going to fuel, in my opinion, a final rally towards the upside. And I think it's gonna cause the market to think that the Fed is the next to cut their rates as well, sooner than later. And then that is going to help the small caps. Although the small caps today got hammered down 1.27% or 1.29% on the IWM, and that's probably because we're having some financial problems again. We have more regional banks being flagged by the FDIC as problem banks here. Let me just scroll down to the banking sector. As you guys can see, the banking sector was on fire today. You had NYCB down 3.99%. You have Bank of California down another 5%. And all of these are inside the Russell 2000, which is causing the small cap sector to really get punished here. But yeah, regardless of that, we continue to be long our equities and the certain sectors that we are trading, and that they continue to perform. So again, if you guys want to get access to my trades, the link's in the description. Let's continue on. We'll take a look at some other indicators here. So the weekly time frame still looks a little bit choppy here on the SPY. The Dow Jones looking quite bearish. The triple Qs looking like pretty neutral, I would say, bearish to neutral. And then the IWM looking bearish now on the weekly. Daily looking pretty bad on the IWM. I would have to say, I need to admit, right now you got red money flow, and it kind of looks like it's gonna drop back down, in my opinion, with this red dot confirmation. But we'll have to see, right? If the market gets a big bout of bullishness because they're cutting rates, then the whole market is gonna flourish and rally up higher. And we're starting to see that on these smaller time frames. You can see the 4-hour. I mean, look at the amount of thick green money flow that's increasing here. You got a nice green dot confirmation of a low, and you're starting to rally up. So I think this rally is going to continue higher, and I think the the Dow Jones has higher to go. I'm still inside my Dow Jones trade. A lot of people want to know. I'm still in it, and the market has not stopped me out. It entered my buy area once again, and we got a nice little bounce from it here, and I expect it to continue higher inside of this wave 3. And then the SPY, you can see we got a bunch of red crosses here. Then we got a nice little pullback. And then we get on the smaller time frames, you got a green cross. And price action is starting to take over back towards the upside. We saw some smart money buying here on this dip, and nice rally back up. We just need to see if we could get some follow through and another all-time high. We're not that far away. Again, we're less than 1% away from all-time highs once again on the SPY. The bears were cheering and celebrating and popping the champagne bottles on one dip, and that dip is being bought up by either smart money or retail money. It doesn't matter. It's being bought up, and they're going to be wrong again, in my opinion. I think it's too soon to be super bearish. I think we got higher to go. The VIX basically got a nice spike today, I think, or was it yesterday? Or was yesterday? Yeah, and it started getting crushed. It kind of gapped up at the open of VIX as well, but I expect the VIX to continue to get crushed all the way down into this level, and this is where I would be very bearish to markets. I think yields are playing beautifully according to our trade plan. We are long the TLT, and looks like bears are wrong here again from rates going higher. They are not. They are getting cut, and they are going to continue to go down, in my opinion, as the weeks and months go on and on and on. The rates are not going up; they are going down. And this chart here shows you that this should be the move that we're gonna get in the yields and the TLT. So right now we are long TMF. We continue to be long TMF. I sold some calls today on TMF. I think we are still going to go higher, but I do want to make some premiums on these positions. So if we continue to go higher and I get cashed out, then so be it. I can always re-enter my position. But we have a beautiful entry at the lows here. We're going to continue to hold it, and hopefully this price action continues to go up. And yeah, we'll cash it out with some nice profits, hopefully. So basically, TMF is the same thing as TLT. We bought this dip here. There we go. We get on the smaller time frames to show you guys where we bought in. Essentially bought in at this low here, and then we're going to ride this one up. There's lots of counts here. I got to probably delete them to clean up the chart a little bit. But oops, I think that's the bigger one. You guys kind of get the picture here. And yeah, so now we're in this wave 3. You're going to most likely, in my opinion, yeah, on the daily, you're not even inside of this, inside of the wave 3 yet. You're going to erase divergence, and then you'll know that you're inside the wave 3. Okay, let me continue on, and I'll take a look at a few other stocks here. So we'll take a look at NVDA. NVIDIA looks like the dip is over. This was just another dip to buy. Bears are going to get blown up again, shorting this. This is going to go higher, in my opinion, into this sell area between 1240 to 1380. And again, price discovery mode, obviously a little bit tricky to try and time the top here on NVIDIA. But I think another 10 to 17% is not too much. And although it is a $1 trillion market cap, I think it could easily achieve the $3 trillion mark and continue to push higher. And then you'll finish up the 5th wave with some hopefully some bearish divergence here. And then and only then will I maybe take a short position on NVIDIA. Okay, let's continue on, and we'll take a look at Tesla. So Tesla still testing investors' patience. Very tough trade right now. It's just chopping sideways, although I think we are getting near a big move in Tesla. We're getting ready to we're gearing up for a big move higher. You have green money flow coming in on the 4-hour. The daily, you still have red money flow though on the daily. You got this big red blood diamond here. Sorry, it's essentially just a red cross with a red dot as well, and it turns into a blood diamond, showing significant bearishness coming in for Tesla on the daily. But I mean, it's just been doing sideways chop, right? So maybe you'll get a dump and then a pump and dump, or a drop and then a pop back up. So we'll see. I mean, we still have a trade on it, but it's just not doing anything right now. But I do expect Tesla to get out of this rut. And once it does impulse out, then we'll know we're inside the wave 3. And this is going to finish up beautifully in the 200s here. The 250s, 280s. Let me check Tesla on Wave Edge. See what smart money is doing. Okay, they're not really doing anything. Just a bunch of green crosses on the 1 hour being held up. Support. You're seeing selling once we get higher. Smart money tends to sell these ranges at the highs and buy the lows. So maybe if we can get back down to 168, I'll add to my position. But if we go any lower, I have my stop set. Let's take a look at ROKU. So ROKU, like Tesla, needs more time. It's still chopping sideways. I am hoping for more upside, although this can turn out pretty bad. It can get pretty ugly in a hurry. But that's why we have a tight stop on this one. And if it does go lower, then we'll stop out. Let me cover a few more things here. Let's take a look at PayPal. We haven't checked PayPal in a while. see here. Where's PayPal? PayPal. There we go. PayPal. There we go. So dip buy. It should start to impulse out now in a wave one. Guess it's just taking its time, but essentially this is the count, and then you should be set to go higher. So PayPal was a dip buy at $60 or $60.50, and now it's up quite nicely. It's up like 4% since then, but I think it's got more work to do. So the cryptos, let's talk about crypto, the crypto miners like Mara, right? I had some of my members today, some of the paying members inside the Discord, ask what's Mara doing, because Bitcoin is at 70,800 now, and the miners are not doing much. So this is why I think that the miners are still going to be in a bit of a pickle here. I think that they could go higher and they could extend the X wave higher. But ultimately, I don't think you're going to take out these highs. I think Bitcoin will make a new all-time high, and you're going to go to, like, let's say, like I have targets between 80 to 100,000, and that's going to be, you know, about a 20% to, you know, 40% move depending on how we go. But I don't think the miners are going to participate much in it, and I think this is where Bitcoin is going to finish its final moves up higher before we get a major correction, right? And there's going to be lots and lots of euphoria once we get into this area. But once we get into this area, make no mistake, it's going to be like very volatile. Trying to time the top is going to be tough, although we can try and do it with our counts here. And again, if you guys want to see my crypto trades, you can check out my crypto channel. But once we do get this topping, once we enter this topping area, I'll be out of my trades on Bitcoin, and I'll be looking for some long-term short positions, as I do believe that we are going to go down. But I could also be wrong, and this thing continues to melt up, right? So we'll see. We'll take it as it goes. But right now, it's looking quite good for Bitcoin. Held our level, and now you're pushing higher. And the miners, the crypto miners, will participate a little bit, you know, but I don't think they'll participate a great deal of it, right? I think you'll see a nice pop, but I could be wrong. You never know. All right, let's continue on. Let's take a look here at a few other things. So let's take a look at gold and silver, because they got a pretty big correction today, and lots of people are panicking because we've made a lower low now. So now it kind of looks like this was not a fifth wave, and you're just doing a wave 4 correction. It's just a bit of a deeper one. It's not all unusual for this to happen, because you're pretty extended. But I think we are set to go higher in gold and silver. Maybe if we retest 28.92, but I'm still long my positions on gold mining companies, and I will continue to hold them, as I do believe we have higher to go. Okay. So that's basically my thesis. You don't have to agree with it, but you could just listen to what I have to say. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if we're correct, and it shows that these charts do work, and they've been working for me, so there's no reason why they shouldn't be working for you, unless you're drawing them wrong, or you could just follow my analysis. Okay, so that's gold and silver. Dollar is going down. It's broke a significant upsloping trend line right now. It should continue to go down in this wave 3, which is quite bearish. You're actually in the 3 of 3 right now, so maybe this is a pivotal week for the dollar, with the ECB and, you know, other central banks cutting. Investors are gonna think like, oh my God, this is it. They're gonna cut. So now you're getting in this wave 3 of 3, and you should go down. And my target for the DXY is all the way down here at 98 to 96. Sorry, someone walked into my room shouting, so I had to cut that part out. But yeah, basically, this is my target for the DXY. Should be achieved here, and there's probably a bunch of lines. I'm going to delete this. Too many support and resistance lines here. But you guys kind of get the important ones. There's these ones right here, so probably get a nice little bounce here once this wave 3 ends, and once we get a bounce up, and wave 5 should take us all the way down here with some nice divergences. Yeah, that's it. Let's continue on. Let's take a look at a couple more things. Oil is breaking down as expected. We've been following our analysis. Oil is capitulating now inside of this wave 3. And you don't want to get caught on the wrong side of things, but I think we're gonna get a small bounce here for oil, but we'll continue to ultimately capitulate. So if you're not in, I mean, this could be a nice opportunity to get back into it. But once you get divergence, this will finish up. This first impulse down inside of the wave 3 will finish up. Make this a primary account, and then you'll get this wave 2 correction, probably bounce up, sideways chop, and then you'll get the 3 of 3 moment where oil really collapses down to the 60 to maybe even $55 area, and that's when maybe the market will be collapsing as well, or maybe impulsing out. I don't know how the market is going to react to this oil drop, so that's just my opinion. So yeah, I was bullish at one point, but the count developed into a more bearish scenario. So this is what we have to follow. We have to follow the bearish counts. This was just a corrective move, and now we're going to go lower. All right, this move is finished, and now we're going lower. Okay, that's basically it for now. I don't have much to add. If you guys want to get more analysis, just leave questions in the comments. I have officially taken the Discord private. No more free members allowed. There's too many scammers. I kicked everyone out that's not a paying member. If you just want to come in, I do have like a very, very low membership level just to support the Discord and to make sure you're not a scammer, because we all know scammers aren't going to spend money to enter a Discord. And if you just want to be part of the community, it's I put the cheapest option there. It's like $5 or $3 or something. And you could just join and chat with everyone inside the Discord. But that's up to you, and I'll leave it with you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace.